Oh, hey! Over the past week, I've been keeping a diary of all the patients I've seen and all the shenanigans I've been getting up to. And in this video, I'll be exposing them. Not the patients. I'll be showing you. This is a week in the life of a medical student. We start the week off with the morning clinic under a plastic surgeon. My insight to the NHS plastic surgery was near to none, so it was interesting to see and clear up my misconception that all plastic surgeons did were breast augmentations and other cosmetic operations for A-list celebs. The patients we saw in the clinic ranged from facial skin cancers that the surgeon looked at using his dermatoscope to decide whether they were basal cell carcinomas or whether they were something more sinister like a malignant melanoma. We discussed management options for dealing with basal cell carcinomas such as liquid nitrogen cryotherapy and cream, surgery, or just to leave it alone. I came across a patient with a lesion with a long name. Are you ready yet? Chondrodermatitis nodularis helices. Ugh. And there was also a patient who had their ear reconstructed. What I learned that day was mental health was a big thing, I think, with the patients in plastic surgery. Some of these treatments weren't going to have a massive impact on the patient's biological or physical health. It was more tending to their psychological needs. For example, the ear reconstruction, it wasn't going to help him hear. He wouldn't be able to hear out that ear. It was more for his self-confidence, which is something that's so important. And already after having his ear reconstructed, you could see there was a big difference in his mental health, and it's just the confidence that he had in himself. It was pretty nice to see. Tuesday morning, I spent ragging it trying to finish my editing for a YouTube video due for that day. After crying for a few hours, I set off to my medicine placement with a GI gastrointestinal consultant. In the clinic, we saw patients who suffered from irritable bowel disease, so stuff like Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. Many of these patients had operations to remove a part or all of their bowel as the inflammation got too much. One patient had problems with their stoma bag as they had an accidental leak whilst out in public. They had a small bowel resection and other laparotomies for a few fistulas they had. They were teary due to the embarrassment they felt about their accident, and it really made me grateful for my health. Many of these patients were suffering so much from their chronic conditions on a daily basis. I learned that chronic conditions can have such a burden on one's mental health. I mean, some of these patients couldn't even eat. They don't even have the pleasure to taste food anymore. And all I can say is, I'm so grateful for my health, alhamdulillah. Wednesday mornings, I have my GP placement with Janace, Manace, and The GP was nice, and I was paired with another colleague to take a history and examination from the cutest 3-year-old patient I've ever seen. The child was actually excited to come to the doctor, and the mother told us the reason for that was because when the child came in, to get his injections, the mother told him that the doctors were giving him superpowers. So he actually liked getting the injections. Yo, that's some Pep Guardiola tactics, you know what I'm saying? Another patient we saw was a female with irritable bowel syndrome. They experienced a mixture of constipation, diarrhea, and severe abdomen pains at 7 out of 10 for the last 6 weeks. The consultation reinforced the notion that IBS can be strongly correlated to someone's mental health. They were struggling with the stress and anxiety due to family problems, and I learned that doctors even just focus their treatment on the patient's mental health when dealing with someone with the IBS flare-up, as when their mental health is in check, their bowels will be in check.
Nope.
Yo, so I'm getting ready for my 3 p.m. online study thing. That's in like 20 minutes. I've still got just the last few bits of prereq to finish off. So I will get it done before then. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be like introduction stuff, and then also learning about why we do certain investigations, the benefits of them, the drawbacks of them. So hopefully it's good. Oh my god. You see this blurry background, yeah? If I go over here, you can see my messy bed. If I go over here, you can see the microphone. I don't want to bait myself out, innit? I have to stay right in the center like this. Hello? Then in the afternoon, Anis and I went to the gym. We tend to go to the gym in the night time just because it's just a bit more romantic. I mean, just because we have time in the night to go to gym. So yeah, I just got back from the gym workout and just found out there's a ton of conditions basically that we have to cover that's on like our online learning portal. I was planning on chilling this evening, maybe like filming some stuff for this vlog as well. Turns out it's Anki time. Basically, I just want to quickly say, like, after all these years of medical school, I think for me, I've sort of found out that making notes is sort of a waste of time. At least for me, there's no point in making, you know, sort of a source of information when there's already sources of information out there, you know, online or textbooks as well that you can read. I think the main thing that you need for your exam is active recall. And the way you can obtain that active recall is through spaced repetition, through using flashcards. Yeah, flashcards I think is one of the best ways you can get through medical school. First you understand the topic and then you create these memory aids that help you to sort of really get that information in your head. And then if you frequently do them and visit them, then you're gonna just really like solidify that information in your head. I know the clever people as well, like Ali Abdal and Zach Hailey and like Kenji as well, like all of them use flashcards. So I think it's an evidence-based method to get through medical school basically. So that is my that's my evening sorted. And then on to Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Started off the day with Jummah with the boys, dressing nicely for Jummah, you know how it is, man. Then I spent the day doing more research into flashcards, emailing my doctors to organize my placement for next week, and scripting this video. Oh, you can see, okay, now you can see it. Guys. So I'm gonna go out and a bunch of football fans. Hopefully I don't get attacked, racially abused or anything like that. But I want to get some cool footage in it. Yeah, I just got back, yeah. I have to say, I was unfair, yeah. I know football fans, they get a bad rep because, you know, problems like hooliganism and like, you know, and racism. And yeah, sure, it's pretty loud and stuff, like people like banging on bins, and unfortunately I saw a guy, he fell and then he cracked his head open on some stairs, and it was not a pretty sight. Hope he's okay. But yeah, the first thing that happened when I walked out, a guy just sitting on the stairs, and he's like, oh, sorry mate, I'm on your way. Huh? I'm on your road. No, it's fine, dude. Really polite, I was like, no, don't worry, you're fine. A guy stepped on my shoe, I looked back, he said, sorry, I said, oh, sorry. You know, the classic British thing, ooh, sorry. Geordie fans are the best. Toon, black and white army. And of course, after a week of work, all the lads make time to get together, watch a movie, and play some games.
It's obvious. That Chris. Yeah. It's too black. No, I'm not. No,
is it a submarine? Yeah. I knew it. You know I gave it out. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, you already know what to do, man. Smash like, share, comment, subscribe to support me, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.